Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Streakwave and Motorola webinar for the Point-to-Multipoint 320 and Point-to-Multipoint 430. We will be giving you a presentation and an overview of these products and some information about Streakwave Wireless, where you can get products, how you use them, the benefits, and we have two distinguished guests today. I'd like to welcome Matt Mangriotis, who is the product manager for the PMP 430 from Motorola, and Mr. Bruce Collins, who's the product manager for the Point-to-Multipoint 320 product series. Both of them will be giving presentations and giving you an overview of these wonderful products, and you'll have an opportunity to ask questions as we go. We will not be taking live questions on the air, but we will reiterate the questions that you have at various points during the seminar. So if you have questions, I encourage you to type them into the questions section up to the right of your screen. You'll see a section that's marked questions. You can do that throughout the entire webinar and up until the end. If your question isn't answered, we'll do our best to get an answer back to you after the webinar. There'll be 2 or 3 times during the webinar we'll be taking questions. So let's begin. First, I want to tell you a little bit about who we are. Streakwave is proud to provide webinar series on a range of products and from a range of manufacturers. Our objective is to give you the best of information, the state-of-the-art and up-to-date information so that you can make wise choices in your broadband and wireless equipment needs. Streakwave has been around for about 10 years, and we provide both licensed and unlicensed spectrum products. We focus primarily on wireless broadband, and we have strong product line expertise. As you'll see with the products today, we are both Motorola trained and certified and provide Motorola products, and you can get more information about Motorola products from Streakwave. We are a value-added global distributor of wireless equipment, and you can always find information about Streakwave at www.streakwave.com, or you can give us a call at 888-604-5234. We are very pleased to be able to provide this presentation today. We want to talk about the Motorola products. If you could advance the slide. You see that we'll also include today, if any of you are interested in a path analysis or calculation, you can contact Streakwave. We'll give you a free path analysis and calculation. Our account managers are very rote in Motorola and can give you all of the information that you need. If they don't know, they'll get the information for you. We're here to facilitate both your licensed and unlicensed needs and hope that we can provide good and solid information today. The major areas that we work on for Motorola products, and you'll find that Motorola does most of this as well, is in the vertical areas of enterprise, education, government, hospitality, healthcare, security, for integrators and solution providers, and many more. So if you have a particular project that you're working on, please feel free to contact us. At this point, it's my pleasure to introduce Matt Mangriotis. He'll be discussing with you today the wireless solutions provided by Motorola in their new Point-to-Multipoint products 320 and 430. And let me turn it over to Matt. Matt, welcome.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Matt Mangriotis, as Richard said, and I'll jump right into it. We have a wide expanse of products available to service your wireless needs in a number of different areas. And as Richard pointed out, Motorola and Streakwave overlap almost 100% in terms of the verticals that we service. So I won't go into too much detail here. Just to cover the whole portfolio really quickly, we go from the backhaul layer, which is the point-to-point products, all the way down to indoor WLAN, or the indoor products that service access from within the building. What we're going to talk about today is the point-to-multipoint, or the distribution layer, to get from the backhaul to the building. And as you see, all the Motorola products have very similar characteristics in that they're secure, reliable. We operate in both licensed and unlicensed bands. We have the 802.16e product, which is the PMP 320 that we'll talk about today, and we also do proprietary products, which is the PMP 430 product that we'll also talk about today. Fully scalable, up to 45 megabits per second through, line of sight and near line of sight, deployed everywhere, and you're probably already familiar with a lot of the products. So I won't go into too much more detail. A couple of points that I'd like to make before we talk about specific products is that Motorola has some advantages in terms of the technology that we use to get data where it needs to be. First, we have a very consistent data transfer. The way we've structured our frames and the architecture of these products means that you get consistently high throughput throughout as many subscribers as you have on the network. So you can add subscribers up to the maximum, which is about 200 subscribers, and you'll get consistently high throughput through that AP. There is a problem with competition in that those using 802.11n, 802.11 type products, where because it's contention-based rather, there's collisions happen in the data transfer where as you add subscribers, your throughput actually decreases, and that's shown in that graph at the bottom. Latency is also very important for folks using voice over IP, gaming, video surveillance kind of applications. Motorola has developed a lot of architecture to make that latency low and stable. It's predictable throughout the loading cycle. So you keep adding subscribers, your latency remains consistent. That's a very key point to know what your latency is going to be, so you don't have unpredictable issues when you're using these things that require low latency. Another key feature of the Motorola systems is GPS synchronization. Now, in a basic manner, it means that all APs are transmitting at the same time, and then all APs receive at the same time. So that it's a timed on and off listen talk synchronization that allows you to mitigate self-interference. So all SMs and all APs within a network are timed such that you don't have any self-interference, which plagues a lot of other networks. Another key feature of our products here is Wireless Manager, which is the ability to manage your entire network with our Wireless Manager tool. Let me just get back to that animation. So this allows you to see the big picture. You can see everything in your network very easily. The lines between the links indicate the health of that link. You can also zoom down as far as the wireless LAN and go indoors to see your coverage maps, your heat maps. You can see any alerts that pop up. It's a very easy dashboard, and it's kind of a neat tool to see the Google Maps and see exactly where all of your stuff is at any given time and how well it's connected, and identify alarms and treat your network as a whole using one tool. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Bruce, and he's going to talk about specifically the PMP 320.
Okay, thanks, Matt. This is Bruce Collins here. I'm the product manager for the PMP 320 platform, which is our licensed band product. And we'll talk a bit about how this platform is different and what distinguishes it from the other platforms that Motorola has delivered in the past. And we'll also share with you some of the similarities as well. Some of the key highlights of this new platform as we enter into a licensed band space. This product has been, while it's a relatively new platform, it's been in the market since late last year in the 3.5 gigahertz spectrum, and we recently launched in North America in the 3.65 gigahertz spectrum. So to set the context, that's what we're talking about in most cases for this audience is 3.65 gigahertz for use in the North America applications. What's some of the highlights of this platform are we've leveraged our history and legacy with low-cost infrastructure optimized for fixed outdoor applications. So even though we're going to be talking about 802.16e and its compatibility and interoperability with WiMAX profiles and protocols, this is optimized for fixed outdoor applications, and we've maintained that low-cost infrastructure, which means that we've stripped away a lot of the functionality and overhead and extra support effort that's required to do a more of a, we might characterize as